All right. So, first and foremost, can you guys hear me okay? How's the sound? How is the sound? How are we doing? Oh gosh. I hope they can hear me. I ain't good enough. It's like you're underwater. It's like I'm underwater. That's not good. Everyone else feel the same way? How bad is it? Sound weird? They can't hear you? Sounds weird. Alright, give me a second. Sounds weird. Kind of muffed. Kind of muffled. Oh. Oh, wait a minute. I think I might. How about that? Is that better? Is that better? How about now? Good? Is that better, everybody? Better? Cool. All right. Now I fixed that, but now you're about to crash out because I do not have. I'm actually at my parents' house, so hold on. There we go. All right. What's up, guys? It's kind of weird. I'm in my parents' office. It is so messy in here. There's so much on the counter, and I don't know what to do with it. Well, I guess I can't do anything with it. But hope you guys can hear me okay. That's all that matters. I'm used to being able to hear myself, but not gonna be the case today. Got dicey towards the end, had to sit it back a little bit. It's kind of weird. Like, I don't even know if I want to talk about like this game. There's nothing to talk about. What happened tonight? Players, coaches, all rubbish. All right, hold on. We'll go over it. I feel kind of bad for Jeremy too. All right, hold on. Alrighty. Gosh, my laptop is kind of tilted. All right, let's figure this out. So Jeremy Sochan, I did see the reports. But it's not really a report, which is kind of frustrating that they're doing it that way. But it is what it is. So yeah, so we'll talk about this game, talk about Sochan, and also take a look at least at one press conference. Let's see. YouTube. Oh, they got Steph Castle on a post game already. All right, cool. Where you at, Clan Japan? No, I'm not in Japan. You think in Japan? You think the walls would look like this in Japan? I'd be much thinner than this. I'm at my parents' house. Yeah, playing Olynyk over him is crazy. Whatever they think Olynyk is supplying that Sochan can't, I don't know. I have no idea. Very strange. Sochan is at his best with Wemby and the starters. Can't expect him to look good as a center and without a real facilitator. Yeah. He plays a pretty simple brand of basketball. Yeah, he's not going to really show out putting him at center with like less talent off the bench. It just doesn't work. All right, screw it. Let's just go through these because in actuality, the big game is on Tuesday. And I think that's even what the Spurs cared about because I don't know if they really came for this game, honestly. All right, let's do this. Okay. This little mic I got, hopefully it's working okay and you guys can hear me just fine. Okay, so as you guys can see, not in my normal place. It's going to be like this for a minute. Visiting family for holidays. So this is how we got to do it. But I got myself an extra monitor, so we should be able to switch from screen to screen pretty easily. Got another camera, got this little cute little mic here. Hopefully you can hear me just fine, okay? I'm going to try not to yell at you. I'm going to try to keep it calm and you can hear me just fine. Now, before we take a look at this game, because there's a few things to talk about, nothing really worries me necessarily, but we can talk about it in a sec. Before we do, big shout out to Sleeper as always. If you guys are interested in daily fantasy sports, go check that out. Link in the description. Just use promo code CLAN and you'll get a 100% match up to $100. If you're not interested in daily fantasy sports at all, as I always bring up, there's a social media section as well. So you can just keep up. Well, that's the NFL. We don't care about that. You can keep up with what's going on around the NBA, play-by-plays, highlights, injury reports, breaking news, all that good stuff. Go check it out. Link in the description. Good stuff. Great stuff. All right, let's go ahead and talk about this game. So let's see if I can switch over. Smooth. Cool. I don't have my normal, like, flames around it, but I'm going to have to fix that. Hopefully the chat pops up. There it is. Cool. All right, we're good. We're good. It's been a while since I used my gaming laptop. All right, so let's talk about this. So the San Antonio Spurs faced the Wizards a second time. I think all of us was expecting a blowout, or most people were expecting a blowout. I'll be real with you guys. I just expected to win. Usually, I think that's just kind of how it goes. You kill a team the first time, you play them a second time. They're going to adjust to things. You're going to feel yourself a little bit. You're going to be a little bit more lazy at times. But you're still good enough where you're going to beat them at the end. And that's kind of how I felt like this was going to go. And even yet and still, the Spurs still had like a 20-point lead at the end of the first half, right? And it's not like they fell off a cliff in the second half, right? Like you go into the third quarter, we had 29 to their 37. Allowing them to score 37 points, that's not the best. But we still scored 30 to basically 30 to their 37. Like it wasn't that big a deal. I saw quite a few people in the chat before I actually like hit the live button. Pretty upset about this game. Nothing to really be upset about. Pretty boring game, honestly. Played pretty well as a team. Got lazy, obviously. The only thing that stood out in this game overall was Mitch Johnson getting on to Wembanyama and Dylan Harper. That was actually nice to see. I'm not going to pretend like I've seen every single second of these games. I watched every game, but there could have been a moment where Mitch Johnson yelled at Wemby or got on to Dylan Harper like this. I don't recall it. I watched every single game this season. I don't recall seeing it. Maybe it's happened, but I think time and time again, especially what we saw in the Cup, Mitch Johnson is definitely coming into his own as far as a coach, right? He's way more animated. He's way more willing to get in player stuff. And it just kind of comes back down to that culture, right? Like guys like Wemby allowing themselves to be coached hard. Like all that stuff is really important. And that's kind of what you saw, right? You kind of saw that. So really good stuff there. That was a takeaway that I really loved. Negative takeaways, not that many. Only one I can think of is the fact that we're not seeing Sochan at all in this lineup. So I don't know. I think, I'm staying optimistic towards things, but there's definitely something to talk about that's been making its round around Twitter. So that'll be a whole nother segment. But I don't really know what to say to that, especially this game. Like if you're going to play him, this will be the game to play him. I don't really know what Olynyk supplied better or what he supplies better. I don't know. Very strange. And Carter Bryant is one, even if we get off of Sochan, Carter Bryant is a player where I'm at the point where I would much rather the Spurs just send him to the G League so he can get some reps because he is not playing at all. Like I don't think it helps him that much to like maybe play him a couple minutes here, not play him for 3 games, then play him a few minutes here and not play him. Just send him to the G League. You can also do both. Like you can go to the G League and also be with the team. Like it's not that crazy. So, but that's something that's really frustrating me, and I'm hoping that they will do something with that because Brian needs reps. Like that's all he needs is reps. So that's a little frustrating. You said shout out to Malachi Branham. Yeah, shout out to Malachi, Mr. Freeze. Anyways, so those are kind of my only takeaways. I mean, I could go through the stats here. Nothing to really like go crazy about, I know some fans were a little worried with De'Aaron Fox the last couple games. They're like, he hasn't been as good as he normally is, but he'll be fine. I think it was more so how good the team was playing rather than it's on Fox, like him not getting his, right? This is one of those games we kind of needed him. Guys were a little bit more lazy. Luckily, another good thing is the Spurs did give Wembanyama those 22 minutes because as you guys know, they can only give him under 20 minutes one more time in these games for it to count towards, the 65. So if they don't give him at least 20 minutes, it won't count towards the 65. They can only do that one more time. So he can afford one more game where he only plays 15 to 19 minutes, but that's probably not going to happen at this point. Like he's healthy, he's fine, he's getting in the swing of things. Now I am hoping that once we go against the OKC Thunder, that he just goes ahead and plays like starting. I do not want to see him coming off the bench. Yeah, it's really frustrating. But anyways, thank you for the super chat. Send Jeremy Sochan to the G League as well so he can work on his game, or maybe Spurs might be trading him soon. You don't send Sochan. Sochan being sent to the G League. I mean, I know that a lot of people talk bad about him, whatever. He would just cook the G League, bro. Like that's you're not gonna get much out of that. Either play him or look to move him if you're gonna do this. Like if you're at the point where you're sending him to the G League, that's just ridiculous. He wouldn't be one that you send to the G League. Carter Bryant would because he's a rookie, but Carter Bryant's good enough to play NBA minutes. So Man, that David Jones Garcia game the other day was crazy, by the way. It was like 42 points he scored. Man, that was wild. But yeah. Is Wemby going to be on minutes restriction in the Thunder game? I don't know. What I do know is the Spurs aren't going to not do that just because it's the Thunder. But those are super important games, man. If we could take them down in those two, that could be demoralizing for them. If we were to face them in the playoffs. I'll be honest. It's a little off topic. Some people got a little irritated with this take because I posted it on Instagram. I do not want to see the Minnesota Timberwolves first round. I'll just be honest. Like that, I need somewhat of a warm-up round if we can get one. Like, it's going to be hard nonetheless, but I just don't want to see them. That's going to be a drawn-out series. I don't want to see them right off the bat. How's your cat doing? What is she up to these days? Miksa? I think she's... I don't know where Miksa's at. She's in here somewhere. She was sleeping last time I saw her. The Wolves are well ahead of us. Wolves would be a hard matchup. I just don't want to face them first round. I'm not scared of them necessarily. I just don't want that. That's just not a good first round to deal with. Like, we have no experience. We need a team that we're better than, like definitively better than, that we can kind of, maybe it's a 6-game series, but you can fight it out, get the swing of things. You're obviously better than them, and now you got a little bit of experience, and you go into the next one with some confidence. Because I do not want to face the freaking Timberwolves, man. First round, they just seem really tough. Coyotes versus Wolves, yeah. What will be your order of preference? That's a good question. Here, can we just look at the standings? Let's see. Dude, we're second. Did you guys know we were second in the West now? Huh. Literally second in the West. If it were up to me, man, we're not going to see the Lakers. I would like to see the Lakers. I know that we lost against the Warriors. I would want to see the Warriors. I would want to see the Warriors or the Grizzlies first round. That would be nice. Suns been having our number. So give me the Warriors or the Grizzlies. If I can get the Warriors or Grizzlies first round, I'm happy. I'm a happy camper. Yeah, Warriors are great. Because we just match up so much. Like we should just beat them. Those Warriors games was ridiculous. We should beat the Warriors. But yeah, give me those two. And then go into the second round. I'll be ready for the Timberwolves by that point. I wouldn't care. What? The Warriors are a bad matchup? What, just because of their three-point shooting and our inability to play perimeter defense at times? We have perimeter defenders. We will be fine. I don't think the Warriors can really keep up with us like that. We just had some really bad games. Bad finishes, man. Their experience is what's going to kind of bite us in the butt, but yeah, I would take the Warriors. I just look at the Warriors and I say, at least on paper, we're significant. We should be significantly better. We should have beat the Warriors. I don't know how we lost these games. All they got is Steph Curry and Jimmy Butler. Yeah, yeah. People might get on to me about this, but we didn't really use our perimeter defenders, right? Carter Bryant, Jeremy Sochan, we didn't really throw them out there. I think, did Castle get in foul trouble? I don't recall. But yeah, Jimmy Butler was just like able to do whatever. And we just needed a good defender on him. And I don't know what we were doing. But I think we would be ready. You can even see from that first game to second game, like the Spurs were much better. We could beat them. Like, I'm not worried. I'm not scared of the Warriors. I'm not scared of the Grizzlies. I'm not really even scared of the Suns. I just know that they kind of have our number. But Timberwolves is just one. I do not want to see that team, bro. Oh, I don't want to see them first round. I'll take it. I won't complain. I'll be cheering. But I don't think that's a team I want to see first round. I would rather see the Lakers first round, the Rockets first round. The Warriors, Grizzlies first round, then the Timberwolves. I don't think Harper would have made a difference against the Warriors. Dang, my memory is horrible. Hold on. Harper was out during that game? Is that, yeah. He was out. Yeah, we weren't playing some of our guys enough. He most certainly would have made a difference. Yeah, they were very close. We just should have won them. We just kind of let Curry do whatever. Steph Castle was in that first one. The second one. Yeah, Harper was just out. Us full strength, we would beat the Warriors. Anyways, that's besides the point. That wasn't what this was about. How do I feel? Spurs did fine today. They got lazy. It happens. It's not one of those where I'm upset or I'm worried or anything like that, or I need to get onto them. And I thought that we were lazy at times, and I thought that Mitch Johnson's reaction was very justified and appropriate. How angry he got. So good stuff. We won. We won a game we were supposed to. Nothing to really complain about for me, guys. Not with this one. It's all good. I am looking forward to OKC, though. Anyways. Sochan's lack of minutes is why we're winning. Did you... how did you... So all 7 of our losses was Jeremy Sochan minutes? Is that what you're saying? Are we serious? Can we just use that the other way around? Could I just say the reason we lost the cup finals was because Sochan didn't play? Can we just make blatant oversimplified statements like that? Can we just do it the other spectrum too? Could I say, well, if he would have played against the Knicks, we would have won? Just that simple? I think that's a silly thing to say. We are a better team without him on the court. I'll say we're a better team with him, without him. How should I phrase it? We're a better team. We're a better team without Sochan than we are when you're forcing Sochan mid center. I'll say that. However, I do think we're a better team if he can play with Wemby. Because every time he's been out there with Wemby, it looked good. Both of them look good together. Harper was awful. And he just looked like a rookie today. Guys, I don't know why you're upset about this. All right. All right. This. All right. All right, guys. As I said, not in my normal space right now. That's totally fine. I'll be at my parents' for a while, just for the holidays. But that doesn't mean that the content stops, right? Still want to talk about stuff that's going on when it comes to the Spurs, and with the OKC Thunder game coming up. Really looking forward to those two. Going to be insane. Cannot wait. And yes, I will be going live on Christmas. I do not care. But I want to talk about this new report that I came across pertaining to Sochan, because a lot of people sent it over to me. Now, before we take a look at that, big shout out to Sleeper. If you guys are interested in daily fantasy sports, go check it out. Link in the description. Just use promo code CLAN and you get 100% match up to $100. Or you can just check it out just for the social media section, in which you can see updates, injury reports, highlights, lowlights, play-by-plays, all that good stuff. So if you guys are interested, please go check out Sleeper. Download the app. you support the sponsors, which means you support the channel. Hopefully you guys can hear me okay, because I'm using this mic. I didn't want to bring my big mic. I just wanted to use this one. I bought this little one and thought it'd be a good idea. Anyways, so San Antonio Spurs for Jeremy Sochan on trading block. So you're probably wondering, where the heck did this come from? So it actually came from Evan Sittery, which I don't want to be, I truly don't want to be someone who's dismissing just anything, like any report that's for Sochan, negative towards Sochan, I'm just going to ignore it. That's not true. But with this in particular, one thing that I don't like from Evan Sittery is a lot of times he'll post something that's opinionated, but make it seem as if it's a report. It's very strange. So now people are kind of running with this. And if you're wondering what the actual tweet was, it was this: the Spurs appear open to move Jeremy Sochan during trade season for an impact rotational upgrade. And then he goes on to say, upcoming restricted free agent is playing career low, 15.9 minutes per game. So obviously that's a observation. Obviously, San Antonio could net a real difference maker in exchange for Sochan and other assets. I don't really know what to take from this. He's the only one reporting this. Haven't heard anything. Some people have brought up that he's connected to, what is that? Is it Kaishi? I can't remember what it is, but it's like some type of market betting odds thing. I don't really know what it is. Don't want to like assume ill intent or anything like that. But what I will say is, when you try to follow and just say, okay, well, he said it, that's fine. Where is the source coming? And it's just this big circle. It's just this big circle back to his tweet. So if you want to just take his word for it, sure. But I don't really think that's enough. Usually you would hear a little bit more. Like I said, I haven't really heard anything. And let me go ahead and say this. I don't think that it's off the table how the Spurs have been going about things. It will be very silly and foolish of me to completely ignore like the lack of minutes and completely ignore how he's been kind of treated with this roster, right? So making the speculation or the assumption that Jeremy Sochan could be traded, I don't think that that's a crazy thing to try to assume or jump to, right? I don't think that that's a huge leap necessarily. At this point, I was not expecting them to do them the way that they have been doing them. But with that being said, knowing how the San Antonio Spurs operate, if they're trading anybody, you best believe it will be a crazy deal. Just how they operate, bro. Like, they will make sure. And this is the thing that kind of makes me a little irritated with some Spurs fans, and maybe even a few people in the chat, honestly. But the one thing that I really get irritated by is either Spurs fans, sometimes we overestimate. So, and you can probably say that you think that I'm, overestimating Sochan. That's fine. But we overestimate players, or we severely underestimate players, or underrate players. That's what I was trying to say. Overrate, underrate players. But we do that specifically when it comes to trades, because I saw so many fans reacting to this and saying nobody will want Sochan. If you actually just take it out of yourself for a minute and look up what other fan bases are saying about Sochan. Lakers fans have been on a tangent the last month, about month and a half, saying, hey, we could have a shot at Sochan. Oh, we really need this type of player. Oh, we really need this type of defense. We need this type of nasty, right? Like, there's teams out there, and especially fans out there, that would really want him on their squad. And he would end up being one of those situations where, unless you get something really crazy, which were the Spurs, they would, that if he went somewhere else, the Spurs fans would come out and say, dang, why couldn't we make it work? Like, it would be silly. I honestly, this is how I truly feel, okay? If it's a crazy deal, like Trey Murphy or something like that, and you can make that work, I'm with it. Like, I'm with it. Like, that would be crazy, bro. Trey Murphy, that's crazy. I would probably give up a few players for him. But if it really does come down to the Spurs just trying to figure things out and trying to see how you can use them, please try to utilize this dude. because he's very young, right? He's not the perfect player. Never said that he was, but the things that he brings as far as that defense, that nastiness, that hustle, that people say he doesn't have IQ. He has high basketball IQ. That was always the reports about him, scouting reports about him, even in college. That's just how he is. You can fit him in so many different areas. In college, he played 6-man. Like, they just had him everywhere. But a player like that, you should be able to utilize them, and you should find a way to utilize them. Because I'm not convinced, as much as I've seen of Sochan, that he is unplayable and he is just garbage. He is just trash. Give me at least a big enough sample size for me to make that assessment. But I can't. How they've been using them has been kind of crazy. So it is what it is. But with that being said, this is what's going around. I'm not really buying it. Now, if I hear a little bit more and stuff starts going around and it's not just a circle back to this one lone tweet, sure. But as of right now, this is all we're getting, and I can't really run with it. But I'll say this with my whole chest. I said it since day one. I'm a Spurs fan, first and foremost. Okay, right now he's on my roster. He's a San Antonio Spur. Let's try to make this work, right? I think that he's a good player. I think that he's a smart player. I think that he's a tough player. I think they need to try to figure this out. Now, if they do not, I am a Spurs fan. That's what I have to say about that. I'm a Spurs fan. So you guys know how crazy I was about Derek White. There was people checking up on me like something bad was about to happen when Derek White got traded. And I came back. We did our Dear Derek White video, and we moved on. I didn't look back. I loved him, but he's not a Spur anymore. I moved on. Bring back Primo. Well, even Josh Primo, right? Like Josh Primo, you guys know I was really high on him. I was like, oh, he could be really good. But, didn't know that he had that going on, and he just destroyed his career, right? But we didn't dwell on it. We talked about it. We got the information about it, and we moved on. So regardless of whoever is with the Spurs, not with the Spurs, guys come and go, I will be a Spurs fan first and foremost. It's not something where it's just going to break my heart, right? But right now, he's on the team. I think Sochan's good. Figure it out. I'm not for like getting rid of him unless it's like something crazy, some crazy deal. But this report isn't good enough, especially when it just circles back to one lone tweet. That's not good enough. That's not a good enough. Just not a good enough source, I think. Anyways. Primo should be 6'8" now. What? Anyways. Well, let's just wait and see. He's on the team. Cheer for him. He's obviously in a pretty dark place from that tweet. Not tweet, that Instagram post. Like, obviously something isn't right. Just be patient. Just be patient. But yeah. Jeremy Sochan needs a point guard like CP3. No, he doesn't. He just needs to play with like the best players on the team. I know that sounds like, well, he's not good enough for. No, he's just more of an amplifier, man. He just plays better with certain guys, and that's how you can. And it's not just, oh, let's just put him in a position to succeed. You're putting the team in a position to succeed, because we are a good team when he's on the court, when he's in the right position. Okay, that's not true. Him just being on the court, even analytically, that's not true with him being at center, because most of the time he's been at center. That's not true. We're not a good team when he's been on the court. But we haven't been a good team when he's been on the court, because he doesn't have a rhythm with anyone, doesn't have any chemistry with anyone, and we keep throwing him at center. But was the last game or game before last? I think the game before last. All these games are starting to blend in with each other. But when they had him out there, power forward, with Wemby and everyone, that team was really good. I thought they were passing the ball very well. I thought the defense was solid. I really liked it. And there's been many a times throughout this season where he got some minutes. He hasn't been in that many minutes. But we've seen some runs, and he do a pretty good job. But he needs rep. You can't just throw Sochan out there Like he's the type of player that needs the right type of guys and structure and to continue to get reps at his natural position. But cheering for him. I hope the best. But if anything a little bit more substantial comes out and, you know, one that we can more so roll with, I'll be the first to jump on here and be like, guys, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. But right now, I'm not really seeing that. But yeah, would you trade Sochan for Derek White? Derek White is like one of the best role players in the NBA. And I love Derek White. But would I do it for, I don't know. I don't know. If I'm trading Sochan, I honestly would want a power forward or a wing. Like a true, like a small forward or something. Like I wouldn't want to get Derek White. I feel like what Castle brings to us is similar enough to what Derek White would give us. But no, Derek White on the team would be nasty too, though. I don't know. I don't think so. The age gap as well. I don't think like a straight 1-to-1 trade. Not to say it's not worth it. Also, wait, how much is Derek White being paid? I wouldn't do it. I don't think I would do it. Yeah. Let's just be patient. Just be patient, guys. Don't give up on your boy so quickly, okay? White costs too much? Yeah, I feel like it will be a lot. Can Sochan adapt? Well, you got to put him in the game first to see. So, Herb Jones. I think Herb Jones will be worth it. I don't think that's a bad one. Give me Trey Murphy. I'll give you a few players for Trey Murphy, bro. That ain't gonna happen though. Is that who? Said Herb Jones. Oh, I get it. I get it. He's doing the Mike Jones thing. I get it. Oh, we get to hear. Okay, let's hear what Mitch Johnson has to say. All right. I'm not gonna bring this up every single time. You guys gonna have to just get used to it. But as you can see, not in my normal place. I'm at my parents' house for now, just for the holidays. But 'tis what it is. But I wanted to go over what Mitch Johnson had to say after this game, and we're just basically prepping for the OKC one, right? So with that being said, big shout out to Sleeper. As always, if you guys are interested in daily fantasy sports, go check it out. Link in the description box. Use promo code CLAN. You get 100% match up to $100. But there's also a social media section that you can see on your screen right there, in which you can see updates, injury reports, play-by-plays, low lights, highlights, all that good stuff. So go check it out. Link in the description. Shout out to Sleeper. It's kind of froze on that screen, but that's okay. All right. Let's take a look here. Let's listen to what Mitch Johnson has to say. Oh, this is going to be the first time I'm reacting to something on this computer. Let's see if it works okay.
Yeah. All right, I think we're good.
Chat, let me know if you can hear it okay. It looks like you can, but for some reason you can't. You guys just need to say it because you don't want the people seeing this on YouTube later to complain, okay? It's going to be on you guys. It's not my fault.
Check 1, 2.
That might be a little too loud.
I thought Luke came up big in that fourth quarter. I think he had 12 and was 20. Had that stretch of seven straight.
Yeah, I think it was.
You would trade Sochan for a honey bun? Real talk? Honey buns after you put them in the microwave? I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm a Sochan enjoyer, but for a honey bun, actually, that's not it. I know you were trying to like, oh, let me insult him, but that's not really an insult, my guy.
One of those games we just at times needed guys to step up and get it done. It wasn't pretty, wasn't up to our standard in some aspects, but it's a long season, and you can't always.
I probably should have prefaced this by saying, if you didn't see the other segment that I went over about this game, Not worried, not upset at all. If anything, I was actually a little bit more encouraged because Mitch Johnson really got onto his player. I haven't seen him get onto Wemby or Dylan Harper the way that he did, but ever since the Cup, he's been moving different. Okay, this is his team through and through now. He's taking quite a few chances. He's out there, he's doing his thing, and history's repeating itself, right? You have Wemby who's willing to be coached. So Mitch Johnson really got onto him because they were lazy. They were playing lazy today, but that's going to happen. Not mad at anybody. It just is what it is. You played the Wizards once, you destroyed them. Played them a second time, you were destroying them most of the game, and you're going to get lazy sometimes. You're going to take your foot off the gas. But they had no shot. They never had a shot. So
Be too I guess selfish in terms of how it looks. And so I thought our guys did a good job of just doing enough to maintain it.
what? Hold on. I might have missed something.
Too up to our standard in some aspects, but it's a long season and you can't always be too
Oh, he was trying to find a different word for selfish. So he felt like they were playing pretty selfish today. I mean, you're whooping on the Wizards. Okay. I mean, you can kind of get whatever you want, right? Like that's how the Spurs probably felt. And they played like it. They played with a lack of urgency. Like we can kind of get whatever we want. But that type of stuff, yeah, you have to always be on your P's and Q's. I'm glad that he didn't let it go, right? Because it's very easy to just let it go. And I have criticized, it might be silly on my part. It might be very dumb on my part, honestly. It's very fansy of me to do this, right? But I've been really irritated with Mitch Johnson, like letting things slide in these press conferences, where he'll talk about the team and it's stuff like, obviously, I didn't think that was a good thing, but he would act like it was. Like when he talked about them getting in foul trouble, it was Keldon and Wemby, and he praised them for still going for blocks, even though they were like one foul away from being ejected. And I think both of them got ejected. And after the game, he was like, I'm just happy that they fought through it and they didn't play as if they were in foul trouble. What? Like, what? I didn't understand that. I still don't understand that. I try to take some time and just be like, okay, well, maybe I don't know what I'm talking about here. And I think most people like agree with it. Yeah, the yeah thing. Oh my God, bro. That's a little off topic. But yeah, when they said, Sochan's only getting 30 seconds a game. What's that about? Yeah. Like, what was that? Yeah. Anyways.
I guess selfish in terms of how it looks. And so I thought our guys did a good job of just doing enough to maintain. It's hard to lead a team like that. We just played them a few days ago. We've been on the road. Yeah, it's just we have to continue to raise our standard and our consistency, but also those guys got it done. Look specifically in the fourth quarter when those guys have stepped up.
And you have trust in them after what they did with when Wemby was out. I mean, you kept Wemby on the bench after he hit the 21 minutes. Does that reflect just the confidence you have in this group?
For sure, yeah. It is nothing with or without Victor. It's our standard, our brand, our identity, and I thought we showed some good signs of that, specifically in the second quarter, and then just not as consistent as we like. But again, we got it done.
You got two coming up with OKC. What do you expect from that?
Man, Mitch did a really great job handling them today. Like, he did not let that slide. He didn't let them just be lazy for like 1 second. I want to hear what he has to say about OKC.
Serious.
I haven't given it much thought yet, but obviously they are the reigning champs and are who they are. So I'm expecting a very competitive, high level.
All right, I got some really controversial thing to say. I have a very controversial thing to say. Is there any possibility we take number one in the West? Is there any possibility that we can do that? You take them out 2 times in a row. You have their number, right? If you guys are tied in your with your records, you would take that spot. So you beat them twice. That's 5 losses. That's 5 to your 7. Could we take it? They've lost 2 games very recently. Lost against us. They lost against the Minnesota Timberwolves. So they gotta, well, they face the Grizzlies tomorrow, but they have a back-to-back, right? Grizzlies and then us. They should take out the Grizzlies pretty easily. It might be a while. It'll be a grind. It'll be a grind for sure, looking through their schedule. It'll be a grind for sure. We might not be able to take it till mid to late January, but we would have to be super consistent. But I don't know. I don't know. All right, Don. All right, buddy. All right, buddy. Check this out. Oh, wait. It's not working. Oh, you're lucky. Oh, it's not working. Oh, you're so lucky. Oh, you're so lucky. I was going to time you out. Oh, you're so lucky, dude. Oh, my God. It's not working. Too bad I got mods. Mods, time them out for 10 minutes. That's the type of power I have. I have power and I will abuse it. Don. Time out, Don. 10 minutes.
Level game.
More questions? Good.
I just want to say, if anybody has 6.5 minutes of their time, which they do, they should jump on social media and listen to Bismack Biyombo and some of the words that he shared about what's going on in Congo. It's a lot more important than anything else I said tonight. So I think we all have time. I'd highly, strongly suggest everybody make time to listen to that. Very powerful and impactful and impressive. He wrote it himself, every word.
I will take the coach's advice. Let's see. I don't know if I'm, oh gosh, I don't know if I'm in, I don't think I'm signed in to Instagram. Oh, I'm not. Give me a second. I don't know my password for Instagram, man. Is it Instagram? I hate, man. I swear, Miss Johnson is such a boomer. Everyone should get on social media. What social media? What social media? Let's see. I do want to see what he's talking about. Why Chet look like Abraham Lincoln? No, that's a question as old as time. All right, Bismack Biyombo. Here we go. All right, guys. Is this? No, this is like 116 weeks ago.
In silence, a call for people of the Democratic Republic of Congo. My brothers and sisters, my mothers, my fathers, my children of Congo. There are moments in history when a nation must rise, not because it is ready, but because it can no longer afford to stay on its knees. Congo stands at such a moment today. For decades, our land, this land blessed with rivers like veins of life, mountain carved with the divine hands, forest that breathe for the words, has been turned into a battlefield. A place where the innocents bury their dreams before they bury their dead. In Goma, in Nord Kivu, in Ituri, in the forgotten villages carried by the wind, children wake up to the sound of gunfire instead of sound of hope. Women walk long distance, not to find opportunity, but to escape danger. Fathers leave home praying they will return. Mothers look at the children and wonder if the world knows their names, if the world knows their pain.
What do you mean didn't know he sounded like that? Andrew, Come on now.
And yet, Congo does not break. Congo breathes, Congo cries, but Congo rises. Because this nation is not just geography. It is spirits. It is destiny.
What is the... What is the call to action here?
It is the echo of millions who came before us saying, you were not created to die in silence. The suffering we carry, we must speak honestly. War has stolen too many lives. It has burned villages, separated families, crushed communities across the continent. It has placed mothers on their knees and turned children into witness of nightmares. But the deepest wound is not what we have lost. The deepest wound is what the world tried to convince us we are. Invisible, forgotten, replaceable. And yet, every time a Congolese child survives another night, every time a woman stands to rebuild her home, every time a young man chooses peace over revenge, we prove the words wrong. Our suffering is real, but so is our strength. The courage ahead of us. Courage is not the absence of fear.
I think he's just being hopeful, right? I was, you guys ever seen a movie, this is like unrelated, but Beast of No Nation? You guys should really watch that movie. It just shows how scary war is, or conquest is, that is. It turns innocent children into monsters, man. That's one movie you can only watch once.
Courage is the decision to stand even when fear is standing with you. It is the choice to rise even when everything else around you tells you to fall. Courage is not born in comfort. Courage is born in fire. And it's in that fire we discover who we truly are. And today,
right now, African descendants in America are dealing with other problems. Yep, true.
we stand as one people, tribes of courage, families of resilience, hearts shaped by fire but not destroyed by it. I believe in a coming day.
I'm sorry, man.
A day when Eastern Congo will not be known for war, but for children running freely through streets reborn.
So this is just mostly just encouragement. I won't go through the whole thing, but it's good. It's really good. Yeah, I was wondering if it was like a call of action. Oh, okay, there's a two-parter to it. Yeah, I didn't know if there was like a call of action or I don't know, why am I not following Biombo? Am I okay? Love Biombo, man. Seems like a really great guy. Is speaking facts though? Yeah, for sure. For sure. Yeah, if you guys are interested, go check it out. I won't play the whole thing. I'm not quite sure how long this is. There's two parters. There's two parts to it. I think we just watched the second part though. Good for him. We got Spurs always manage to get some really good guys on the team, you know? Some really good guys. Some real adults. Even when they're like 18, they're always adults. Anyways, ending this segment. All right, guys. I'm gonna hop off. I am very much so looking forward to Wednesday. So that'll be fun. Or Tuesday. So that'll be fun. So I'll see you guys Tuesday night, and you will see me on Christmas as well. I am looking forward to seeing what happens. But it's going to be a fun one. I don't think either team is going to blow the other out. So they're going to be playing pretty hard. So OKC frauds. They're not frauds, but I think they can't push Wemby around anymore. If you can't push Wemby around, what you going to do? what you gonna do? But anyways, I'll get with you guys later. Everyone have a good night.